Hello, this is my nuts, and this is the hand of the day. Each day I'm gonna analyze one specific hand from my session, and without any further delay, let's go to see the hand. So this is a hand I played today on GG on the 2-5. The hand is around 200 big blind deep, or I guess more. It's like 250 big blinds. The effective stack. And okay, let's see the hand. It's three-way, but for the simplicity of the solution, I solved it for I solved it as a heads-up spot. So the hand is going like c-bet fold, and then we have a decision. The villain bets 33% of the pot, and here I check raise. And then the thing will get some kind of weird. The turn is a queen. Well, I really didn't know what exactly to do here. I was thinking to overbet. I was thinking that if I bet, I have to bet really big. And then I was some kind of scared, because if I got raised after a big overbet, I wasn't really sure if I want to play here for stacks. It seems scary, but for sure I have to play for stacks if the villain raises. There is no way I will fold. So in my eyes, I was really deep. I really don't have anything, any of the nuts. I don't have queens, I don't have aces. Villain is possible to c-bet call with something like queens with queen of club. He also could have aces or sixes. Like he could also have any ace or any two pair. I decided to check and decide what to do after his move. So I would probably decide between check call or check raise. But the hand goes check check, and here I have also a very big decision to make. If I want to just overbet, or if I want to bet smaller. It's a spot that I'm not really familiar with. I haven't really studied deep stack poker, and so I made the safe decision and bet like a smallest bet of 75%. The villain has had ace 10, and then I went and solved the hand. I solved the hand in a GTO way first. So I gave him 1/3 of the pot as a c-bet size, and let's see for at first the hand how it is GTO wise. So he c-bet with the force. I can even check call sometimes here, but probably check raise is better. So I check raised. Here the interesting part is that villain should fold with ace 10 a decent amount of times. It's like, no, ace 10 of clubs for sure. He never fold with the 10 of clubs, but without the backdoor flush draw, villain is probably folding like 37%. I really don't think that's the case. If you see, all the aces have some decent folding percentage in there. So I really don't think that nobody will just c-bet fold this kind of hands. So after that check raise, villain calls. The turn is a queen of diamonds, and here the solver has three options. It can bet small, 33%. It can bet 75%, and it can also bet an overbet of 125. So here probably best option is just to bet 75%. Force have some kind of check here. Check is GTO wise fine, but I to be honest, I prefer betting as well. So let's see. if I check what this guy has to bet, and as you can see, the villain must bet a decent amount of his ace-10, ace-jack, ace-king, or even like ace-7 sometimes, ace-9, ace-3. So and also a decent amount of bluffs. Like he should bluff with all this kind of low flush draws, like the 7-6. He should turn 6 into a bluff. In any case, I'm not really sure that he will bet like that. I believe that most opponents here, that kind of dip, they will just make a more polar strategy where he will just bet with the ace kings, the ace queens, the aces, the sixes, the fours, and the strong part of his range, and then he will just check back the ace 10, the bad top pairs with the bad kickers. He would also check back some queen x hands, and also even some 6x or this kind of bluffs like 9s, 10s. He will just check back. This is why I prefer betting. I believe that betting is the superior choice here. You should always bet with your strong hands. I should always bet with any set and any decent hand. So let's see the specific line I took. So after the check, the river I think was an 8, or it's an 8 of diamonds. Okay, and here the decision is clear. I should just overbet. I should just overbet my strong hands. There is no other size. So I totally busted this hand. I played it really poorly. But that's why I'm studying the hands. Now let's see the exploitive solution. I made the one exploitive solution where I made some assumptions. And I started from the c-bet. You can see that the c-bet frequency of the villain on the ace 4-6, 200 big blinds deep, it's only 42%. I believe that in the real world, most of the opponents will just bet all the good aces here and check the bad kickers. So I made the exploitive solution and made him bet 52% instead of 42%. So that's the first adjustment. I made him c-bet more in a stronger way. All the top pairs are just c-betting here. And that's it. That's the only thing I changed in the c-bet strategy. And then before we examine the check raise, I also made the assumption. I also checked the response of the opponent when he's getting check raised. So in the GTO solution, when a villain is getting check raised here 200 big blinds deep, he should have a decent amount of 3-bet bluffs and also some 3-bet thin values, let's say, like ace king, ace queen, ace jack, ace 10. He also have aces, ace 6. He have some bluffs like king 6 of spades, for example. 7-6. Okay, 7-6 of clubs is a master combo draw, but there is also the 7-6 of spades and the other hands like 8-6, 6-5, 4-5, 8-7. Like there are a lot of bluffs, and as you can see, Solver likes to have a decent board coverage on many turns and the river runouts. And the total 3-bet is around 15%. 10% is a small one, it's like only 2x my check raise, and there is also a 6% of 3.5x my check raise size. So my assumption now was that most of the villains, this kind of deep, they won't really find the bluffs, and they will probably play more passively their range. And also another thing to look is that they should fold, as we say, they should fold a decent amount of aces, which is not the case. Again, I think nobody will, me neither for sure, will never c-bet 1/3 of the pot and just fold to a check raise on this ace 6-4. So I made the assumptions. The assumptions are, let's write them down. Let's do it like that. He's a bit higher frequency, more top pair heavy. Three bet passively, maybe that's not the correct word. Three bet tighter, DS check raise. And the third, call wider, DS check raise. Again, more top pair heavy. Okay, so that's the three assumptions I've made for the in position player. And now I just went down and solved it using nodlock. So what exactly I did here is that after the check raise, I made him always call with the aces, the top pairs, and top pair is calling. I also removed, you can just compare the two solutions. I also removed some of the bluffs, most of the bluffs. I removed like the king 6 and 7-6 and all these blocker based bluffs. I only left him with some big combo draws, with set blocker like 7-6 of clubs, 6-5 of clubs, 8-6 of clubs, 8-7, like king 6 of clubs. I also left him with some aces. The kings is not really correct, I think. I just forgot to remove them probably. Okay, but there is no weight anyway, so there is no combos here, so you don't have to consider them. Okay, so the total check rate, the total three bet just went from 15% to 4.5%, and as usual, when your opponent does not bluff in the next action, so if you don't bluff when you raise, or if you don't bluff when you bet, as usual your raising frequencies can be a lot higher, and at first the exploit is just to check raise more. So here the total check raise went to 20% instead of 10%. It almost doubled. It doubled, not almost. It doubled up, and you can see the combos. Solver doesn't really change anything dramatically, but anything that have a small amount of check raise on the GTO solution here just went up. So all the flush draws went up. Sets are always check raising this time instead of check calling. There is no need to make your check calling range stronger. Of course, the nodlock has one small caveat here, that it doesn't account for the turn exploiting for the turn style of your opponent. For example, if your opponent over barrels, if he just go bet, or if he just go bet over bet on most of turns, on most of runouts, then for sure you want to have some more some stronger calling range. But I guess here this is not the case. For the simplification of the analysis, we'll just stick to the flop exploit, and we'll just assume that the flop he's playing the flop like that. So it just check raise with any set, the two pairs, most of the flush draws with the 6. Most of the flush draws overall is just check raising. Let's see the range explorer and compare the two range explorers here. Okay, so oops, that's a mistake. 1 second, please. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's a mistake. Okay, so let's compare the check raising ranges. On the GTO solution is on the right, and the left one is the exploit one. So top pairs, you check raise with like 11 combos of top pairs. It's 20% of the check raising range. On the GTO, you have only 6%. Two pairs, 7.2. On the other side, it's 7.8. The sets are less, I guess. But why is less? Because the range is stronger. This is why. The range is wider. It's the more correct way to say. What else? The second pairs, it's like 7 combos. Here it's only 3 combos. Third pairs, it's 6.7 combos. Here is only 3 combos. Let's see the flash draws. Here is 6.6 combos. Here is almost 12 combos. Combo draws are more. And the nothing also. The nothing is like 15 combos, and here is only 8 combos. So the range is getting bigger. It doesn't necessarily getting stronger. You can see that the equity is almost similar. But for sure, you want to exploit the fact that your villain doesn't raise you and doesn't rebet you, and you will see at least one more card in most of the occasions. On the GTO solution, when you check raise, there is a 15% probability that you will get raised and you won't have a chance to see another card. And here it's almost guaranteed that you will see a turn. So even a hand that is a low pair, like a 6 or a 4, like 5-4, you just check raise and you see one more card. Even if you get called, that's a win. So let's play the hand in the exploitive way. So it's here the check raise, the call, and the queen of diamonds. Okay, now from the turn we will see a GTO solution for the exploitive flop. So after the turn, the solver is just trying to play GTO. And again, as you can see, you are checking more, but the overbet just went crazy. You just overbet most of the turns because your villain has weaker calling range. The c-bet calling range is weaker because he have a lot of top pairs now, and when you overbet here, he have to fold now a lot more aces, which should be folded on the flop. So probably this will go overbet call. And the 8 of diamonds, it will just solve. Yeah, it will just solve. And that's my mistake. I got afraid on this hand. I should just play the hand more aggressively. And okay, if he has aces or sixes, let it be. That's the result of the study for today, guys. Okay, I hope it helped, and I hope it was interesting. I'll try to do that more often in a more structured way. So see you later, bye.